Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Thief 3 Deadly Shadows with Camcheck Fisco. Last we left off, we were about to find out whether or not the shop owner was in for the night. And this would be the jeweler, who we saved from the two ruffians. I haven't seen him in here though. I think he's wandering around the town, so we gotta be careful not to kill anybody. Because I think he's the old guy, but I'm not really sure, so... we'll just make sure we don't kill any male characters, because that would be the shop owner. He would be male. I believe. I could be wrong. There are some female shop owners, but that one, it was a male, because he was a guy in the cutscene, so... Can we zip by again?
Someone there. Just mind.
Benny's friend. Alright, so we can sell our loot and head back to the other sector.
You don't have to call me Black Market Bertha.
Still a lot of crap, but we can only sell once we get to the ocean front, the docks part of town.
Hi, Garrett. It's me, Marla. Hope you find what you need.
Health potion, flash bombs are kind of low. Not that big of a deal, because we still have 18 and 9, so I'm comfortable with that. Alright, so... we're done here. Let's go trigger the cutscene and move on. So let's see where the plot takes us next. Where, oh where, I wonder. I'm trying to remember what unlocks next. I mean, we get to go visit the keepers, so we actually get to go to their establishment. So, I know that much. Just don't remember.
I trust all's well with you. Shut it, will you?
I don't remember what else it unlocks city-wise, mission-wise. It's been a while, kind of fuzzy on the details. But we're about to find out anyway, so let's go trigger a cutscene, shall we? I think it'll automatically teleport us to their establishment.
You've returned with the artifacts, Garrett. Excellent. Follow me.
Alright, Artemus. Lead the way. Oh, sorry, did I block you? Sorry about that. Open one of your magic voodoo keeper portals that you've scattered all over the city with your frickin' ruined sigil thingies.
Hello, Garrett.
Artemus? So do we go in or what? I guess we're going.
The repetition of these three glyphs, here and here, now is the Termanus Embolian.
The time's unwritten, the
Termanus
end of
Deo.
words.
And here, again the mark of the Fratelli
Brethren and
Traderus.
betrayer.
Yes, warnings,
God, that girl's great.
terrible. Unvesagen
My hand falls useless to my side, doubly cursed in living death.
The prophecies are clear. There is much ahead to be wary of. Interpreter Cadica, your words are most useful to...
Clear as mud. Exactly what will happen, and what are we supposed to do about it? I'm still waiting to see a useful book.
We must first understand the unwritten times, if we are to prevent them.
First Keeper Orland demands immediate audience.
Oh, demands. Yeah, he doesn't look shady at all.
You've moved up in the world, Orland. Nice view.
Yes, I have. It's First Keeper Orland now, Garrett. Within these walls, you answer to me.
You called me here to remind me you're in charge? The job must not keep you very busy.
You inquired about books. Useful books.
That's right. You must have something in here worth reading.
You think you might shape events more skillfully? Read the signs more clearly? The prophecies...
Shape events? Interesting way to put it. I'm here now. Do you want my help or not?
Very well. This will admit you to certain areas of the library. Do not venture further. You will not ply your trade here, thief. If anything happens, you will be held accountable. Is this clear?
Perfectly. Perhaps you should translate for Cadica.
I don't trust that guy one bit. At least we can explore the library now, try to figure out what the hell's in the prophecies. These books were supposed to see the talk about our future and the future of the city and the keepers. Hi! A little close for comfort there, buddy.
This is Orland's office. He is busy and has nothing more to say to you for now.
Office of the First Keeper, Orland. Okay.
Has there been any progress, Elder Granger?
On which quest? The reacquisition of the Compendium of Reproach, or of its glyph key?
Either. We will need both items in our hands if we wish to make any headway into our research concerning the coming Dark Age.
There would be considerably more progress if the teams were allowed to consult with Interpreter Cadica.
Impossible. She seeks the Brethren and Betrayer, and her work must not be interrupted.
Then the answer to your previous question is no.
What will it take to find them, then, do you think? The Council would like time to prepare for the prophecies that are contained within the Compendium.
They have both been missing for so long, but I am sure with all of us continuing to scour the library and the compound for passages that refer to them, we'll have the precise answer within a reasonable time period. Meanwhile, just in case, I have scribes searching for any book matching its physical description. A large golden slab, sealed with a glyph.
So, the Keepers are hoping to solve the Dark Age problem by finding this compendium and glyph key. I'm pretty good at acquiring lost objects. Maybe I can help.
I was thinking the same thing, Garrett. It's so weird being able to walk around somewhere and not be stealing. Notice from the Council regarding impending Dark Age. It is of utmost importance that Interpreter Cadica continue her quest to uncover the identity of the Brethren and Betrayer. She should not be interrupted for any reason. Also, several elders have been tasked with other urgent endeavors, including the search for the missing Compendium of Reproach and the glyph key that unlocks it. The Compendium, a large golden slab sealed with a glyph, may contain prophecies pertinent to the Dark Age problem, and has been missing for well over a decade. It is useless without its glyph key, which we believe may have gone missing around the same time. If you've been assigned to one of the quest groups, an elder will contact you. Sounds to me like I have a task ahead of me. Find some books for you guys. Keeper Ruff, journal entry number 6145. Why hasn't Council assigned a team for my expedition? They know the dangers of the area swarming with strange creatures. Why else lock the entrance so carefully? How can I do it alone? Still, they must have their reasons. The sunken citadel holds many secrets, and though I am afraid, I also long to journey there again. Most importantly, of course, is the glyph key. How many years has it lain underground? Decades? Were we so close with the first expedition? We were so close with the first expedition. If only we hadn't been attacked. We'd have the key now, and Keeper Soledad would still be alive. Her death must not be in vain. I will retrieve the key successfully on this next venture. Sunken City, you say?
Well, if this guy thought the glyph key was in this sunken citadel, I don't see why I shouldn't go look there. Sounds like it might be a profitable trip.
Yes, it does. So we can find your glyph and loot the citadel. All in a day's work.
Elder Draco, may I speak with you? I think I've found something in my studies. A connection.
Go on, and speak up, Scribe. I can barely hear you.
Well, everyone knows the Compendium of Reproach has been missing, and then last week I scribed a passage, and it read, "The Compendium will be born by a terrible storm."
Yes, I remember the report. Interesting. Yet, no sign of any inclement weather, eh, Scribe?
No, but then, just a few days ago, a ship came into the docks area. Do you remember the report from Keeper Alcott? He said the ship had managed to get itself into port, though no one was left alive to man it. A plague ship. The crew. Undead.
Yes, it is indeed a tragedy and a mystery, but I see no connection. A storm would not cause the ship to befall such a fate.
No, but the name of the ship, Elder Draco. The name of the ship is the Abysmal Gale. Is that not another way of saying terrible storm? This is the connection of which I speak.
Ah, I see your point. And the error in your thinking. The compendium was lost ages ago. How could it possibly be on a ship that has just come into port?
But...
Enough, scribe. I have important business to attend to. In case you haven't heard, there's a dark age approaching.
Yes, Elder Draco. Thank you for speaking with me.
Maybe the scribe is on to something. I should check out this ship, the Abysmal Gale, next time I visit the docks.
Yeah, I think he's on to something, because depending on who was captain of that ship, if they were pirates, smugglers, they were more than likely to come across this thing. Keeper Council report. Keeper Raff will be allowed to return to the sunken citadel in an effort to retrieve what he believes to be the lost glyph key that opens the Compendium of Reproach. If his theory proves correct, then his success will bring us that much closer to a solution for the Dark Age. However, his request for a team has been denied, as more than one life was lost on the last expedition, and we cannot risk another such contingency. Furthermore, without proof that the glyph's key is located in the sunken citadel, it would be unwise for us to overextend our resources in what could be unfruitful, despite the plentitude of valuables reported by Raff. Lastly, the Council has deemed the citadel unsafe and forbids any keeper to approach the sealed entryway in the dock sewers without prior approval. Good thing I'm not a keeper. Talia, I wanted to run this by you before I bring it to an elder. I know you know how we search for the Compendium of Reproach in our efforts regarding the Dark Age. Well, I recently scribed a passage in which the Compendiums was mentioned. It said it would be born a terrible storm, and then later we heard the report about the ghost ship and all those undead. Completely unrelated to our work, right? Or is it? Because the name of the ship is the Abysmal Gale. Do you see? Abysmal Gale, terrible storm. Their meaning is they mean the same. Imagine if it were my own effort that led to the recovery of the compendium. Tell me if you think I've got something here. Your friend Scribe Elson. I think you got something, kid.
They've become far too fragile.
Garrett, I have troubling news. The Hammerites and the Pagans have discovered it was you who stole their artifacts. Both factions are very angry. However, they are willing to overlook your recent crimes if you are willing to aid them by performing specific tasks. Until then, beware, for they will attack you on sight. A Hammerite named Inspector Drept wrote this missive for me to deliver to you.
Fine evening.
I contacted a pagan shaman named Diane, and she agreed to post a similar note for you on the outskirts of the pagan territory in the docks. I have done what I can to aid you. Farewell, and good luck. Did you need something, Garrett?
Okay.
Good evening.
Great.
Whoop. Dang it.
Hammers and pagans are mad at me because of jobs I did for the keepers. I better find out what they want and then decide whether or not I want to bother trying to improve their opinion of me.
Can we read this? Garrett. The prescribed penalty for your crimes against us is death. However, I have convinced the Hammerite clergy to grant thee lenience, provided thou first perform enough of the following acts of atonement. First, the rut smites are large gold-colored bugs that feed upon metal and undo our works. We hereby grant thee the builder's blessing to destroy them with your arrows. Secondly, thou canst smite the undead, for they are most abhorrent to us. For each of these tasks thou accomplish, your standing with the hammer order wilt increase a small amount. Whereas stealing from us or attacking any Hammerite, it will assuredly decrease your standing. The choice is thine. At present, any Hammerite will attack thee on sight if they find you in the city streets. If thou increase thy standing with us sufficiently, we will allow thee to pass unharmed. do us many of these favors, and thou wilt be considered an ally and allowed into Fort Ironwood in Old Quarter. Lastly, 'tis my custom to ask everyone with whom I speak that they have seen some sort of hag, or heard rumors of an old grey lady near the scene of a gruesome crime. If so, 'twould be a great favor to me to tell what you know. 'Tis my life's ambition to find the hag, but my misfortune to always be 10 steps behind her. My workshop is located in Aldale near the pub. Builders save thee, Inspector Drep. Looks like we have a friend in the builders. In the hammers.
That it was a mistake. One only has to read the reports to see it is so.
Scribe, when you are completely done with the other tasks, go to the Forbidden Library and retrieve for me the map of the Keeper compound. I left it on the 2nd floor. Elder Draco.
Oh, and the skirmishes will only increase. There will be more death before this is over.
We're allowed in this main room, right? Okay, looks like it. Okay, oh, hey, another note. Okay, so you didn't mean to back out completely. Artemus, the passage I scribed below is all I could find on the subject you requested. Keeper Bellios said there were other books, but we could not find them. Perhaps someone else is making similar inquiries. Balance, Keeper Osteria. Sentience, also known as artifacts, soulstones, or relics. The grouping of 5 objects possessing special powers and what is thought to be consciousness, normally only associated with living entities. Presumably created as part of an ancient safeguard against forces of evil. Examples include the Heart and the Chalice, also called the Builder's Cup by the Hammerites. Effort to confine all the sentients to one place for study have failed. How and when they came into existence is unknown. Recommend further study. Okay, so there's something called a Heart. We gave the Keepers the Chalice. I'm betting the Jacknall's Paw is one of them. And they have the Eye, so that's 3 of the 5. We know of one called the Heart, and there's something else. Creepy. And I thought we were done with the Eye. Of course not. It never goes that way. I think this is how we leave. Well, one of the ways we can leave. Keeper Orland. To Elder regarding Interpreter Cadicus from F.K. Orland, First Keeper Orland. Many have expressed frustration that the process of interpreting the glyphs regarding the Dark Age and the Brethren and the Betrayer is taking too long, but be assured Interpreter Cadica is consulting the books as much as her health allows. It should be said that the constant exposure to the books and the physical act of reading the glyphs has been a terrible strain on her. You will recall that Cadica is one of the younger interpreters we have had, but she has spoken of a successor due to the marked aging effect of the readings. For now, Cadica continues to have readings every day and believes she is close to important truths. For further concerns, please see me. So, reading the prophecies is aging her quickly. Oh, that's creepy. What's over here? We'll check that out in a minute.
Nice night, huh?
Hello, Garrett. Orland informs me that you are to receive the Keeper Door glyph. You must perform the scribe ritual to do so. Place your hands into the indentations on the plaque behind me. That is all.
To all acolytes and scribes, it has come to my attention that some of you have not yet undergone the acolyte ritual, and that there have been unsubstantiated rumors about the safety of such practices. The acolyte ritual is simply Keeper indoctrination. It is completely safe and is mandatory for all scribes. After the ritual, you'll be able to see and use Keeper Door glyph. The importance of acquiring this glyph cannot be stressed enough. Without it, a Keeper would be unable to see or open a myriad secret glyph doors that have been placed throughout the city to mask our presence, bypass city gates, store supplies, and aid our maneuverability. The current citywide quarantine is a perfect example of the importance of Keeper Door glyph, as with it we can easily pass between South Quarter and docks using our secret door near the gate. If you have any questions, an elder can assist you. First Keeper Orland. Whoops, wrong voice. First Keeper Orland. My bad. Shiny. Hopefully I've seen open Keeper Doors. Cool.
Very well, Garrett. You now have all the powers of an acolyte. You are able to see and open Keeper Doors. Look for the glyph. Keeper Artemus also wishes to see you, I believe.
Yeah, I already saw.
Farewell.
Thanks, though. This has got to be an off-limits area. Nobody saw nothing. Oh yeah, the music shift alone implies that we're not supposed to be in here. Ooh, loot. Nice. Who says this? We don't know who says this. The trouble started when I asked permission to leave the library in order to visit the compound and begin research for a new paper, a treatise on us, on keepers, our history and founding principles. To my knowledge, no such book has been written yet, and it seems a worthy endeavor. My proposal is well thought out and included chapters on balance and the powers of glyphs. However, permission to visit the compound was not granted me. In fact, my request was met with surprise and outright suspicion. Surely my idea is a good one, and I would be thorough in my research and truthful in my conclusion, but saying so only seemed to trouble the elders further. Then today my duties were reduced. Could it be related to my request? And if so, why? I'm afraid to press the questions further. Besides, who would I ask?
Should I tell the others about the Diathanes glyph? If only I could be sure of what I saw, or who to trust.
You know something. Oh, if I remember correctly, this is a whole off-limits place, so we gotta go search that other area first.
The path is obscured, but by what? Time? Or is the real question
Good evening,
by whom?
revered elder.
He found an imbalance, and he couldn't track it to the source. Artemus is like one of the best trained keepers. If he can't follow it, that's...
This way leads to the forbidden libraries. I could sneak my way in, but I can't let any keepers catch me in there.
Got it. Don't get caught. Okay, so we can't go this way. That's what the back door was. It leads to the same area. Got it. That's why we go the other direction. Good to know. Good evening. Oh wow, I'm like way over time. Sorry about that, guys. We will find out what's in the Keeper libraries in the next edition. Next episode edition. Wow, this isn't a novel. Thank you everybody for watching. You guys are really awesome viewers. I do really appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos. It means a lot to me, and I hope you enjoy them. So, you all take care of yourselves, and if you want to see more of me, queue up another video, or stay tuned for more. In the meantime, goodbye everybody!